Here we are. This is the Goodwill Theater in Johnson City, currently being refurbished. My generation was more a thing for movies like Blazing Saddles and Young Frankenstein, among others that were running here. Second run theater at that point. When you go back 100 years, they had vaudeville, and they had a lot of other different things, I'm sure, over the history of the theater, which goes back to the early 20th century, at least. Anyway, this is Johnson City, New York, the Goodwill Theater. And as you can see, the refurbishing, they've got the rails up on the sidewalks as if we're all set to get patrons in, although I think there's still some more work to do. I'm not sure when it's going to reopen. Just a little more of an angle from the street here. Let me zoom in on Goodwill Theater. Originally probably built as part of the Endicott Johnson E.J. Shoes thing. I don't know. I'm not sure of the whole history of the theater. I just know that it's been here many years. It did dilapidate, but now it's being refurbished. It's a great thing to do. Sadly, there's a couple of theaters sitting empty up in Binghamton that are total wrecks that probably will not, the Riviera and Strand, be refurbished, although you never quite know. And of course, being an old theater, this is a brick building, as you can see there. There's all the bricks out there. Oh, interesting. PPE required beyond this point. No trespassing. Okay, well, there. Bring that up. Let's go over the marquee here. The Goodwill Theater. Up to the top. They don't build them like this anymore. Windows up on the second floor. Over this way in this historic Johnson City scenery tonight. This is one of the old E.J. Shoe buildings, which has been refurbished by I believe Binghamton University, and it's now being used for education. The pharmacy school is located near here. I'm not sure that's what this building is dedicated to, as I'm on the wrong side for the sign. Meanwhile, we're in a nice little city park that's been put in here, which this is a recent addition. I was not aware of this. Now, over here where you see these things here, that is a historic Johnson City Firehouse, which now has a Firehouse stage theater inside doing entertainment. And once again, you can see, well, although the Firehouse has a different style of bricks than the theater, they're redder, and some different styles of windows. As you compare that with the Firehouse, with the Goodwill over here, and you can see the difference. Now to get over this way, you can see the modern glass that's been added to the old, what used to be an E.J. Shoe Factory building. And we come down here, and you can actually see that this is the Decker School of Nursing. It's right there. And health services, which Binghamton University has had a 4-year school of nursing now for quite a few years. But they have now a dedicated building over here. And the next building down from here, which is another building that got redone, or actually I think it's a new building down there, is the School of Pharmaceuticals. The university has expanded here into Johnson City in quite a major way. There, this is a little closer shots of the entranceway and a glass building which was extended onto the old shoe factory building. The School of Nursing is over here now. And there's plenty of church bells from down the street that are ringing as I do this. The park over here is Jennison Park. It says it was established in 1912. Adopted by the Johnson City Rotary Club, and the Johnson City Rotary has refurbished the park. It is much nicer than it was just a few years ago. Let's see what we can see. The church bell down the way here. There we go. Well, you can hear the bells. There. Guthrie has a little medical walk-in down here too. Let's see if I can get close up on the... Of course, it keeps doing that to me. All right, come on. There. Well, now that the bell stopped ringing, I got up close to them. That's where the bells are coming from. You can see Johnson City's become a cosmopolitan mixture of old and the new in this area. Imagine during World War II, here at 48 Corliss, people used to come into this place. Almost looks like those are the original stairs in there still. Interestingly enough, of course, my reflection's in the window. That's cute. Okay. Parking lot for the pharmaceutical school, which is over there. Now I am headed for the Firehouse stage. There's a nice little sign for it. The Firehouse stage here in Johnson City is an entertainment venue running everything from jazz to comedy to musical plays, etc., etc. And it's the organization is the one that's also refurbishing the theater I already have on this video. At any rate, that's my tour of the area near Corliss Avenue of Johnson City. Now you can hear even some more church bells in another direction. You get a chance to get a little church bell background. Said it's interesting the character of the modern buildings versus some of the older buildings that are still here. What this building was many years ago. It is, I don't know if there's any signs on it to say what it was. So I'm not sure. As you can see, the old windows are still in there and they're all open up there. Ooh, some of them are broken too. There's the first view I've taken of the back side of the Goodwill Theater. You can see were some windows in the back end that have been bricked in over the years to keep the weather out. And a couple of them over here that I'm not sure. I don't think those are bricked. Positive. This is a view of the modern pharmacy school of the university located over here in Johnson City now. This is a modern building. This is new. This is not one of the old shoe buildings. And down the other way is an old brick building which once upon a time housed a place called Lescron Books. Nowadays I don't think there's anything going on there. Yep. There's that old building. This is the main entrance of the Firehouse stage. We have some fall decorations put up, and that's the main entrance into this entertainment venue, which used to be a firehouse, courtesy of the Shore Family Foundation, which is working on refurbishing the theater next door also. The theater's over there, so it is next door. This is what the Firehouse stage looked like on the inside, but let's go over some history because this actually was the historic Johnson City Municipal Building. And it was built in 1899 by Sullivan and Bagley. The village was still called Leicestershire at that point. 1916, the village was renamed Johnson City. There's 25,000 square feet of usable space, which is being used currently in here for the Firehouse stage. Although I think there's more on the upper floors. And it's designed to hold Johnson City Mayor's office, fire trucks, and the courtroom, and the police and fireman fitness center with a basketball court on the top floor. Horses were once stabled where the dressing rooms now reside. And the bar was carried down from 40 Willow Street, the Imperial Hotel. There's a bar in here. The Music Box Jazz Club, an Amsterdam bar. And architecture is Romanesque Revival. Popular between 1830 and the 1940s, built in this style. Buildings of this style are rough cut, large masonry units utilizing masonry flooring. Third floor is a clear span, meaning that there are no poles. And it was originally used for recreation for the firefighters, basketball and boxing, also for dances way back in the old days. So the third floor would be upstairs. We've seen all these views on the other video from the outside. Anyway, welcome to the Firehouse stage. This is what it looks like. There's a special musical program tonight. As you can see, there's some drums set up. And just to go around a little bit. That's the bar area back there. Yep, there we go. And just coming around and taking some pictures. Gonna be a nice show. Gonna enjoy it. And it's, let's see. Yep. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 9. 9 events in November. Wow. And December, January, February, March, April, May, and then 1st of June. So basically the event started September 19th and they run through June 16th with all kinds of stuff. The last program on June 16th is Enjoy Jazz. And there is jazz, let's see, every month. Usually around the third week of the month. 23rd was this month. 21st is next month. And you get different jazz.